we have this afternoon retired Air Force General Romeo Poquis. Magandang hapon, sir, and welcome to Storycon. Welcome back to Storycon.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat.
Hi.
Salamat sa pag-atin.
Well, sir, are you part of the Rage group that was launched the weekend?
Hindi kasama yung United People's Initiative doon dahil political exercise yun eh. Hindi kami sumasama pag ganun politika.
So you deliberately opted to not join the Rage group?
That's correct.
Okay. Why is that, sir? I thought
Di ba
you're politically aligned
hindi
with
ba
them.
UPI is also a political initiative, di ba? Sumali po kayo sa mga ibang rallies. I think that was last year, no?
Ganito, no? UPI is a movement where with various advocacies. Among them, of course, is itong corruption and accountability. So, dahil ang nag-organize itong Rage Coalition ay PDP Laban as a political party. So, we opted not to join para hindi kami ng partisan politics kasi it's against our principle.
Yes, sir. I understand, sir. But I thought kasi that you were politically aligned with them to begin with. So you're saying you're not politically aligned with these groups that are part of Rage?
We're allies in fact with PDP Laban pero doon lang kami sa issue ng korupsyon at saka itong high oil prices. Pero doon kasi sa politika, hindi kami kasama doon.
Okay, sige, sir.
Sige, related dito sa oil prices, General. Ano po yung mga activities ngayon ng movement nyo or any advocacies that you're pushing in particular dito konektado sa nangyayari ngayon sa gasolina?
Ganito kami ngayon dito, nakikipagtulungan kami, nakikisama at nakikisa kami ngayon dito sa Liwasang Bonifacio dito sa ginaganap ng mga taga Batangas sa pinangungunahan ni Congressman Leandro Leviste. Nag-rally dito, mapayapang rally para ipahayag sa gobyerno na aksyonan ang napakataas na presyo ng ating mga langis at iba pang mga bilihin. So kasama po tayo yan ngayon.
Sir, and your proposal
Ano
is
po
to do
yung
what?
you're pushing VAT? I understand Congressman Leviste is pushing for the suspension of the VAT. Sinusuportahan niyo po yan?
Yes. Yeah, sinusuportahan namin yon. In fact, hindi lamang yon ang gusto namin sa United People's Initiative, hindi lamang yung VAT, pati excise tax, pati yung talagang pakialaman ng gobyerno. Ang mga oil companies, tignan talaga, busisiin yung kanilang mga acquisition cost ng mga oil na yan, tapos yung kanilang selling prices para talaga kita natin hindi nasamantala itong mga oil companies yun. Among others, yun ang ginagawa na gusto namin sana.
Ang sabi po ng Pangulo, sabi ng Pangulo, hindi nila gustong tanggalin yung VAT dahil kumikita yung gobyerno ng windfall na maaari daw gamitin para doon sa ibang programa para tulungan yung nangangailangan. Ano hong pananaw ninyo doon sa kanyang argumentong yun?
Of course, as much as possible, ayaw nilang bitawan yan dahil nga windfall nga yun, di ba? Malaki ang kinikita nila dyan sa taxes na yan. Pero again, karapatan ng gobyerno to find other means to support the projects of government. Kasi ito yung directly kasi na makakatulong sa ating mga mamamayan yung pagtanggal ng mga taxes na yan. Malaki kinikita ng gobyerno pero kung hindi yan kinikita tanggalin yung mga taxes na yan. At least temporarily during this crisis.
What other initiatives do you guys want to see? Does your group want to see, General?
Yung ngayon, as I was saying, yung aming advokasya dito sa yung accountability at saka transparency at saka dito ngayon dito sa oil crisis na ito kasi hindi lamang of course oil ang mataas ang presyo pati lahat ng bilihin yung mga magkain, mga serbisyo at iba pa. So
Yeah.
aksyonan ng gobyerno ito. Lagay ang panukala ang gobyerno ng emergency national emergency, energy emergency,
Yeah.
pero kulang ang aksyon na yon kasi nga hindi naman nila na control, hindi naman nila napababa yung presyo eh.
Yeah.
Dapat talagang
No,
mababa ang presyo.
yeah. No, General, I meant to say mukhang nagdesisyon na yung Malacanang in terms of excise taxes on diesel and fuel, no? And the decision is that they are not going to suspend it. So, let's assume na hopeless na yun, wala na pag-asa yun na mabalik. Ano pa pong mga suggestions ninyo? I mean, you're a retired general. I'm sure, for example, you know how the oil companies work and where else in the supply chain we can cut down the costs.
Yes, kaya nga sinasabi natin hindi lamang yung pagbaba o pagtanggal ng mga excise or other taxes, VAT for example, kundi tingnan nila yung profit margins nitong mga oil companies. Kasi nga, very glaring naman yun eh. Sinasabi ng gobyerno na 60 days ang inventory, stock level natin bago yung crisis na yung Middle East crisis na yan. Pero ilang araw pa lang nag-shoot up na, napakataas na kaagad ang presyo ng langis natin. Samantalang itong old stock na mga oil nito ay bibili na mas mura. Nga, so meron nananamantala talaga ng mga oil companies.
Sir, dako ko ng ibang topic naman. Anong tingin niyo sa nangyari kahapon doon sa hearing sa impeachment case against VP Sara Duterte? Yung pag-appear ni Ramil Madriaga at kanyang mga testimonya?
Hindi kami kasama doon eh. Hindi namin pinapakialaman yung impeachment na yan dahil political exercise yan eh. Nandun kami sa Liwasang Bonifacio kahapon. Nakisama doon sa protest rally na yon about itong oil prices. So yung mga impeachment, napakialaman yun.
Well, sir, hindi naman sa pakikialam, pero as citizens and as concerned citizens, I suppose that you also have a point of view there. Hindi naman po kailangan na humihiwalay kayo. But actually, sir, I find that interesting kasi in particular, you're very specific na ayaw niyong sumausaw sa politika, even though that's your right. And I suppose in many ways, it's also your responsibility.
Correct. Hindi, ganito, just to be clear, yung aming samahan, yung aming movement, yung aming United People's Initiative ay isang political organization,
Yes, sir.
aggregation, asosasyon ng mga tao ito Pero ang sinasabi namin, hindi kami sumasama doon sa partisan political exercises. Okay? We're a political organization pero hindi kami sumasawsaw doon sa mga partisan political exercise. Ngayon, dito sa impeachment, ang gusto sana namin ay nasa krisis tayo, naghihirap yung mga tao. Pero bakit itong Kongreso, instead na ayusin itong mga taxes nito, imbes na gumawa ng mga bagay-bagay para maibsan ng kahirapan ng mga tao, ay puro politika, pamumulitika ang ginagawa nila dyan. Okay? Pwede bang itigil mo na yan, mag-focus tayo dito sa, kunwari, itong VAT na ito, pagtanggal o pag-reuse, para kaagad-agad ay mabawasan ng paghirap ng mga kababayan natin. Kasi ganito yung ating gobyerno, nagpalabas nga, sabi ko, ng state of national emergency, energy emergency. Pero ang nito, kulang emergency na nga, national crisis na nga So, pero parang lumalabas to, parang optics lang yung Executive Order 110 na yan. Kasi hindi naman nabawasan yung presyo ng mga langis. Diba? So, ang gusto na sana natin, dahil nasa batas naman yan in case of talagang crisis or emergency, pwedeng kontrolin ng gobyerno, bawasan yung mga presyo na yan. In fact, pwedeng talagang hindi susunod yung mga oil companies. Nasa batas din yan na pwedeng temporary takeover ng government yung mga oil companies na yan Nandun naman yun pagka ganitong crisis o emergency.
Nagpasa na nga, General, ang Congress actually ng batas sa excise tax na hindi naman na-implement sa diesel and gasoline, ayaw ng Malacanang tapos yung sinasabi yung takeover, sinabi na rin ng Malacanang, they don't want to take over kasi baka nga daw ma-spook yung mga investors. Ano pa kaya ang pwedeng gawin? Ang pinupush niya yun, yung VAT eh. Ano pang nakikita nyo na pwedeng gawin ng gobyerno natin?
Ang mangyayari kasi dyan, of course, to the advantage of the government, na hindi i-reduce yung reduce o tanggalin yung VAT or excise tax dahil malaki nga windfall yung ating ano yung kinikita nila diyan ginagamit yan, maaaring gamitin sinasabi nila sa mga ibang project ng gobyerno, pero ang mangyayari diyan pwedeng gamitin yan sa ayuda, okay. Ang problema sa ayuda kasi na hindi naman lahat nabibigyan ng ayuda eh. In fact, ginagamit din yan. Yung mga implementing agencies ay kinukurap din nila yung a big chunk of those ayuda na ibinibigay sa apat sa mga tao. So, ang solusyon talaga dyan ay, of course, itanggalit na lang yan para mabawasan naman yung presyo talaga. Substantial decrease of oil prices. Kung tanggalin yung mga VAT at saka itong excise tax na yan.
Okay. Sir, may balin
General,
ako.
you
Go ahead.
you say that you're not political, that your group is not political, but the reason that Ed is asking is because there are some instances when you also weigh in on political issues. No, for example, your group filed the injunction. Petition for injunction to force Malacanang to declare the quote-unquote serious illness of President Bongbong Marcos Jr. That was just this week. You're also asking him to undergo a hair follicle drug test to determine substance abuse, which obviously has we've heard that from partisan groups already. So, what do you think about that? Isn't that political statements as well?
No, it's like this. Of course, we filed a petition to the Supreme Court for a writ of mandamus to compel the Executive Department to state the true, real state of health, physical and mental health of the President, as so required under the Constitution. Okay? That might be a political, exercise or activity or, initiative, but it's not a partisan political activity. That's the difference, di ba? Ang sinasabi ko, while UPI may be a political organization because we're composed of, various citizens of various, affiliations or, denominations, but we do not participate in partisan political exercises. Yun ang difference na sinasabi ko. And we consider
What about the drug test?
filing
Where's that coming from?
as non-partisan yun eh. It's non-partisan yung pag-file namin sa court.
Okay. So you're a concerned citizen wanting to know the true state of the president's health. But what about the drug test, sir? Where did that come from?
No, kasi nga, yung kasing hiningi natin sa Supreme Court ay hindi lamang physical, health, kundi mental health. Of course, sinasabi kasi kapatid ng ating Pangulo na yung nga, ina-accuse siya ng, drug addiction. So, maaring yung kanyang mental ay apektado dahil doon sa accusations na yon na siya ay nagtitik ng drugs. So, kasama yon sa aming petition sa Supreme Court, physical as well as mental health ng ating Pangulo.
General, hindi kayo na-convince na nag-jogging si Presidente saka nag-jumping jack doon sa Malacanang? Nakipaghabulan sa mga reporter.
Nakita naman namin, okay naman yun. At least napatunayan na hindi naman pala naka-confine, hindi naman pala serious ang illness.
Yeah.
Okay yun. Kanya lang, ang sinasabi dito ay hindi lamang yung physical, kundi yung mental niya, mental condition. Dapat may medical opinion from his doctors para official yung mga declarations na physically and mentally health siya. Yun ang hinihingi natin sa Supreme Court.
Okay. Well, Sir, speaking of health issues, the National Security Advisor has resigned supposedly because of health issues. Ano pumalit sa kanya si General Oban. Your reaction to that? What do you know? What have you heard with regard to the retirement of General Anyo and the assumption of into office of General Oban?
Okay, noon pa narinig na namin yan na magre-resign daw si General Anyo, the National Security Advisor, pero hindi daw tinatanggap yung kanyang resignation. Tapos meron din lumalabas ng mga balita na parang meron pang iba na mga magre-resign ng mga cabinet. Hindi natin alam kung totoo yun o hindi, pero yun ang parang lumalabas sa mga bali-balita dito sa ating mga chat groups.
With regard to what issue, sir? May iba pa magre-resign dahil sa...
Yeah, yung sinasabi na, I cannot confirm that now, but yung mga lumalabas dito sa mga chat groups, yung mga sa grapevine na umpisa pa lang daw yan, si Anyo pa lang daw ang mauuna, parang ganun.
Oh.
Pero I don't have confirmation.
Yes, sir, I understand. Pero kasi you're speaking about, you're talking about what you're seeing in the chat groups. I suppose these are military-related chat groups and chat threads. May indicators po ba kung ano yung issue na pinagtatalunan doon sa bakit may mga magre-resign na iba? Ano raw yung dahilan? O ano raw yung issue?
Wala namang specific na dahilan. Of course, narinig natin na ang specific na dahilan ni Secretary Anyo ay ang kanyang health condition.
Kalusugan. Opo.
Alam na
Opo.
ng natin, COVID So, sa kanya, specific yung health issue niya, pero all the others na sinasabi nila na maaaring may susunod pa, ay wala namang binanggit ko anong mga reasons nila.
Mhm.
Wala naman kayong balita, General, na it's related to his ties to former President Duterte. Kasi actually, lahat naman ng cabinet, they submitted their courtesy resignations on orders of the President. Kaya actually lahat nag-iintay lang ngayon kung tatanggapin o hindi yung resignation nila Pero si General Anyo, na iintriga siya na malapit daw siya kay President Duterte, kaya baka matanggal siya. Yun lang naman yung haka-haka dito sa issue na to.
Yun na nga, maraming haka-haka. In fact, hindi lamang si Secretary Anyo ang malapit kay Duterte, pati nga si General Galvez din. Dati silang cabinet.
Yeah.
Charlie Galvez.
Oo nga. Yeah.
Duterte.
Mm.
Pero kung yun ang reason nila, dapat noon pa. Bakit ngayon lang? So talagang sa akin, personally, hindi naman siguro dahil doon kay Duterte sila o hindi. Kundi for other reasons na hindi natin alam.
Okay. Yeah. Just one last question for me, General. Balikan ko lang yung issue about whether you're political or not. I just remember that you were charged with inciting to sedition. Kamusta na yung kaso na yun? And secondly, weren't you charged for saying that the president is a thief and a drug user? So again, I'm coming back to the point now. You're saying you're not political, and yet these are very political statements to make, especially since, I don't know if you have any, but do you have proof that he is actually a drug user?
Ganito, yung aking case, of course, andyan pa rin yan. I'm on bail. Ngayon, yung wala naman talaga tayong proof na gano'n. Sinasabi lang natin ang lumalabas doon sa sinasabi ng ating Senator Aimee, ng kapatid na Pangulo, na inaakusahan ng Presidente na drug user. Yun lang naman ang ating basehan dyan. Wala namang, even si Senator Aimee yata, base doon sa nababasa ko, ay wala naman talaga siyang firm na evidence na gumagamit nga siya. Pero dahil nga siya nagsabi, kapatid siya, so pinapaniwalaan ng mga nakapanood ng mga taong bayan. Ganun lang yun.
Kaya nga, sir, I mean, wala pa pong proof, and yet you were quoted in interviews as saying that he was a drug user. So that, to me, is very political. And as you said, Senator Aimee hasn't presented proof either.
Hindi, as an ordinary citizen, ito nga, we are we are free to express our own personal. Yung aking kasi, hindi naman ako nag-incite to sedition na talagang nag-aalok, nag-uudyok ng pabagsakin ng gobyerno o mag-armas o maging violente. Wala namang ganoon. So sa akin, sa aking mga lawyers, hindi naman talaga ako
Sir,
guilty
Sir,
doon sa
sorry,
inciting.
sorry, you were quoted before as saying he was no longer fit to be president.
Yes, yes.
Mm. But that is not inciting to sedition?
Ay, hindi sa sedition. Sedition is you urge people to take up arms, you urge people to bring down the government. Walang ganun. Okay, anyway, kung pwede, wag na natin discuss yan. Those are legal kasi. Okay? Pwede lang. And nakapile na kasi. So, let us just leave it on that. In court na lang bahala doon.
Okay, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon, Retired General Romeo Poquis. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
very much.
General.